Hello everybody, it is Nicole from Yukiwi, and today we are finishing up our Mermaid mini-series with Stella and Bloom. So let's not waste any time and hop right into the video. Before I get started, I wanted to mention that these two, plus the previous 4 Winx mermaids, are available on my Etsy as a coloring page pack, which is linked in the description and in the pinned comment. So for Stella's design, I based it off a sun jellyfish, but the colors I based off a moon jelly. I figured I could play into the sun and moon aspect of her character by incorporating both. I also thought that Stella was always extra, so I felt like the jellyfish was fitting and gave me an excuse to draw all the ruffly parts of the tentacles. So when I was coloring her hair with the highlight color, I only covered parts where it would show because there's no point in coloring all the hair if the next color was gonna cover it anyways. However, I only do this if the next color will definitely cover the highlight color completely, because some markers tend to look different if they're layered on top of another color, but since the next color in this one was a similar shade of yellow but just darker, I knew it would cover it fine. And in total, I used 4 markers for her hair. For her main colors, I chose pale blue and lavender purple, trying to stay away from her assigned color, which was orange. Just like the previous mermaids, I added a gradient to her tail, which was of course fun to blend, but it did take a little bit more effort because the colors didn't really blend seamlessly at first, but with layering and a lot of blending, it turned out how I wanted it to. I really like this color on her. I feel like it makes the overall design look really soft, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And at the end, I added some gradient dots on the top and sparkles on the bottom to give it a little bit of shimmer. As for Bloom's design, she was based on a lionfish, which I felt like it represented her dragon fire, and it was definitely challenging trying to incorporate the fish into her mermaid design. I decided to add some yellow to the tips of Bloom's hair, similar to Musa's where I added purple to hers, or Flora's where I added green and purple to hers. I really enjoyed blending colors into the hair to kind of make it feel more magical and different. For her main color, I chose a deep red and blended it into a coral pink and yellow. When I was adding the colors, it wasn't blending very well, and the end of the tail wasn't the right shade, but with enough layering, it actually turned out almost exactly like my digital color scheme, which kind of surprised me. Her tail looks pretty plain by itself, even with a red gradient, but I already planned on creating white stripes afterwards with a white gel pen to add a little bit more detail and a little bit more of that lionfish. This time, I'm actually using the Ohuhu white gel pen for a change, and that will be linked in the description. And lastly, as I've been doing in the previous mermaids, I shaded Bloom in blue to tie the lighting together. Like I mentioned before, I'm really enjoying shading with colors like purple and blue because I feel like it adds something a little bit different to my art that I haven't really seen before. So that wraps up the Winx mermaids for Mermay this year. I hope you enjoyed this mini-series and like the designs I created for each character. I'm quite proud of the designs this year, and I think out of all the girls, Bloom's final art piece is my favorite, but let me know which of the 6 designs I created was your favorite in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more alcohol marker related videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any. So with that, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep creating, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!